Hey guys, Trick Happy John coming at you with another Awaken Chaos Era video. So today's video, what we're going to be talking about is what do you do once you actually hit Mythic campaign, and what do you do next so that way you can go into dungeons. All right, so the reason why we're having today's video is it was brought up to me actually by another Twitch streamer, for example. There's a couple of them that brought it up, and they're like, you know what? We saw your videos, we saw your content, and they're like, we liked it, but the thing is, like, you do a good job of explaining, like, hey, go through, get through Mythic, how to do so, like what it took to get you there, so on and so forth. But then they're like, and then what do I do? Because I'm investing all these champions into this team to get to Mythic, but then who do I invest in and what do I do next? Like, I feel like I wasted a lot of resources to go from Mythic to get into doing like dungeons, for example. And today's video, we're just going to kind of talk about it. So as you can see here, I'm on my free to play right now. And the reason why I'm showing you my free to play is because I want to walk you through it through my own personal opinion on it, for one. And two, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do to really progress my account. So I notice I have not done anything on Queen of Tides yet. I have done Tulpa up to 3. Now I did this only for Foodie Guide, for the Foodie Guide quest here. Now I'm stuck on the enhanced 6 items of gear to +9. So because I gotta take 6 items of gear to +9, I'm gonna be a lot more picky and choosy on which ones I do. And I've been doing a very good job of, I'm trying to always make sure I do this endless trial every day, so that way I can start stacking all my charms. But one thing I want to point out is you'll notice when I go to my characters, I don't have a whole lot of characters that I've invested in so far. And here's the reason why. I am doing what I can to not invest in characters that I know are not going to be viable later on, for characters that I'm not going to necessarily use constantly or more often than others. So for example, you'll notice here that the characters I do have currently up to like level 30 and level 40, they're not like that. They're very far and few between, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-ish characters that are upgraded to at least level 30, a few that are above that, and I have no 60s currently. Now I've made it to Mythic campaign and I can do some Mythic content. What I've been doing right now is I've been getting my glyphs up. I'm making sure that I'm getting all my glyphs up on my main characters and my main squads, so that way I can make it easier. So for example, we just pulled Scarlet the other day, and I'm currently working on Scarlet's glyphs, getting her up to tier 4 glyphs. The reason being is because Scarlet's going to be super helpful in my guild boss. She's a very budget guild boss character. So that's a character you want to invest in. So here's my suggestion to you guys. If you guys are really struggling and you really don't know what you should be doing once you hit this Mythic area, because it is a little daunting. You still have a lot of work cut out for you. I know a lot of people, you know, they've welled out, they pushed this in like a day or two, which is totally fine, understandable. I'm free to play. I could have made it to Mythic probably in 5 to 6 days had I really pushed the envelope, but I'm only playing my free to play account, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours a day at most. Some days I'm only playing it for 30 minutes. And that's just to simulate more of the, more like the average player, okay? So currently I'm at chapter 2. I actually got stuck on chapter 2.6, and that's when I was like, you know what, I need to go build my Scarlet and go ahead and do that. It'll be helpful in this one. And then the guild boss, currently we have a guild boss here. I haven't signed in for the day. The guild boss is currently the wood guild boss, so I can go ahead and use that Scarlet to progress on the wood guild boss here. So I'm gonna go ahead and that's why I'm focusing on my Scarlet. But what I am gonna show you and pull up to you guys is, one, I'm gonna show you my current roster. The reason why is a lot of these characters are free characters that you get, or they're very easily obtainable characters. Now, the difference being who my legendary is, like obviously, depending on where you started out in the game, if you chose to get Avera, Hydristia, Valeria, Mephasia, depending on who you chose is who your legendary is going to be. I chose Avera because I felt like that was the best option. But I also started off with Nathalia because that was part of the promo event, right? Which is really, really nice. Not everyone's going to get this anymore. This is kind of gone. It's actually not kind of gone. It is gone. Now you're going to get Antonua, and that's it. Which sucks a little bit for you guys because Nathalia is such an easy and best carry. But let's say we delete Nathalia and you have like a Vera. Everyone's going to get a Connor. Everyone's going to get, you know, like a Joseph at some point in time. You're going to get a Rodira at some point in time. You're going to get a Charles. You're going to get a Mary. And if we keep scrolling here, everyone's going to get like a Zachary. Everyone's going to get an Evelyn, Celine, and a Raven. Now, Raven is going to be one of those that you're going to probably want to invest in a little bit because she's got a few comps that are worth it, mainly because of her AoE, or not her AoE, sorry, her A1 ability here, which reduces the cooldown of this character's Dark Fog ability, which Dark Fog is this one right here. So this grants stealth and does 80% damage, and this A1 is going to do potential poisons. And then the stealth mode attacks ignore 30% of enemies' defenses. So she can do some damage, and she's kind of like a budget damage dealer. Now, the other thing is as people get debuffs on them, she hits harder, right? So, you know, with her A1 ability, so on and so forth, she makes it really easy to kind of like progress your damage for an elite champion, that is. But she's one that you'll probably invest in a little bit. Holland, eventually you will invest in, but he's not going to be a very quick invest. What I recommend is that you pick characters at the very beginning to invest in and put your resources into, because what you're struggling with right now, and what a lot of people are finding that the gap that we're not really covering or explaining, is the fact of like, okay, I've made it to Mythic 2-6, but I can't do anything else. I can't really progress. I can't really go forward in the dungeons, you know, because you don't want to be wasting your energy doing these. So what you can do is you can go into your heroes and you can pick and choose the heroes that are going to be the most value and most benefit for you. I feel like that's going to be the best strategy. And the reason why you pick those characters is because then you can start focusing on what to work on your account. So for example, my account currently, I have no level 60s. I have no 6 stars. I only have 5 stars. I need to get some 6-star characters. Now, the way I'm going to do this is I need to farm more, and I need to farm more glyphs, so on and so forth, because I need to get these normal summons. By getting the normal summons, I'm getting my food and my fodder to upgrade my characters and get them evolved, okay? We also currently have an event going on, so I'm definitely going to be doing that and trying to get this done within the next 3 days. That way, it'll progress me further in this event, because it's just resources. I especially want to get down to this 8,000 one here, so it's really, really imperative that I use all this energy every day to really farm and get those glyphs and get your ability upgrades for your characters. So I know I mentioned it a few times. We're going to mention it one more time. The characters I'm going to focus on personally are going to be Joseph. I'm going to get up. The reason why I'm going to get Joseph up is because he's going to be viable in my Ash Magistrate team. Next one I'm going to get up is going to be Rodira. The reason why I'm going to get Rodira up and upgraded is because she's going to be viable in my Queen of Tides team, as well as she'll probably also be viable in my Tulpa team. It's definitely worth getting. The next one I'm going to be doing is going to be coming down here actually and grabbing Zachary. I'm going to do Zachary. The only reason why I'm going to go ahead and do Zachary, I'm never going to take him above 50, but the reason why is just because I'm going to use him as a fast AoE clear for beating mythic missions, because there is a difference between picking characters that are just like good in general, right? Like good characters to invest in that you may need for later content, versus picking characters that specialize in completing mythic campaign farming, so to speak, for glyphs, for your abilities, for your jelly, however, whatever it is you're trying to farm the campaign with. So like Nathalia is going to be one of those types of characters. Vera is going to be one of those types of characters. Zachary is going to be one of those types of characters because of his AoE damage abilities here. The reason that's why he's going to be like popular to get upgraded. He's not going to be somebody you're going to focus on dungeons on, so it's not worth it to really like spread yourself so thin to where you do all these glyphs, where you do everything on him, because you're really only going to be utilizing him for farming a little bit of this adventure mode here. Now, I personally, I don't even use my Zachary on my main in adventure mode anymore, but I think for the free to play, it's going to be really helpful, especially all the way up to like Mythic 6-7 area is going to be a little bit useful. But that's the biggest thing, is you guys want to make sure that you're picking designated characters to upgrade. And the reason why I say that is because that's going to drive you to go and use these characters and get their glyphs done, right? Well, when you're doing their glyphs and you're doing all this stuff, you're getting resources. And that's going to help you, because you're going to get more and more resources to upgrade these characters. And then you're going to get, more food to upgrade them higher. You're going to get more gear, right? Because as you're trying to upgrade their glyphs, you're getting a lot of gear, especially in the Mythic campaign, because you're getting 5-star gear. And then you slowly take your team that you're focusing on, and then you can start really upgrading them and progressing their gear, progressing their stats to get them from the point of where you're going, well, I don't know what to do. I can't farm dungeons right now, and I can barely do my Mythic campaign, to like, oh, hey, I somehow have all this gear and I can upgrade it now. Oh, wow, I can actually progress some of these teams. So that's the biggest thing to take away from this is definitely making sure you're picking the correct characters to really progress your content. Now, something that'll help you with picking the right characters is, yes, I've mentioned several characters to choose from. Definitely look around. I do YouTube content. There's a lot of other YouTube content creators. We do videos that show in-game strategies on, Tulpa, Magisteria, Queen of Tides, Witch of the Wind, Gemini Dragon. There's a lot of those videos that tell you, okay, here's who the people are using as endgame. But if you want to know yourself, you can go in here and you can see like, okay, well, here's this character's abilities. I haven't done that one yet, so it's not going to show me. But as you go down here and you hit like, stage 5, 6, 7, so on and so forth, you can hit this little button over here. It'll pull up this clearance information, and this will tell you, okay, these are what people are using in their in-game content. Okay, well, who are they using on average to get to that point? If you're really curious on who to invest in, and I'm not available, another content creator's not available, you can't find a video that explains like, how to do this the best way. This gives you a good list of characters that people are using to clear the content. Now, does this mean that these are the teams that you want to use? Probably not. It's not the best teams. It's not the best strategy. But it gives you a goal. And that by giving you that goal, it gives you a character to focus on. By giving you a character to focus on, what it does is it allows you to get your gear. By getting your gear, your 5-star gear, you should be able to easily push the Queen of Tides to stage 8, stage 9, which stage 9 is really where you want to hit. Because once you hit stage 9 of Queen of Tides, you start getting that better gear drops. And then within a few days of farming stage 9, you should be able to make it to stage 11. Once you hit stage 11, that gives you your 6-star gear. And then once you hit your 6-star gear, you can take your Queen of Tides team and literally directly move them over to Tulpa. And in Tulpa, you can use your team here. The difference is they're going to be slow. It's going to be a really slow clear, but you're going to take that same team for Queen of Tides. You're going to use it all the way down here. And then you can use that same team and actually do Witch of the Wind, or not Witch of the Wind, sorry. Witch of the Winds. That was the one I just did yesterday, actually. I just figured out that my Queen of Tides team works for Witch of the Wind, and all I had to do was switch one character. I had to take out my Zatlux on my Witch of the Winds, and I had to put in my brand. And as soon as I did that, I was able to clear Witch of the Winds all the way up to stage 12. So it made a big difference. So by literally focusing on one Queen of Tides team and building those characters, I was able to go from Queen of Tides and get into Tulpa, get into Witch of the Winds, and those are going to be where you really want your gear. But by taking that idea and that concept, you can reverse engineer it and say, okay, these characters are gonna take me there. And these are the characters I'm going to invest in. You will notice I do not have the Queen of Tides team. So what does this tell me? That I need to go make them. To make them, I'm going to go Hero Synthesis, and I'm going to figure out, okay, what do I need to do so I can get the resources available to me to create a Santis, to create a Hakron, to get them going in my build. That way I can start using those characters and focusing on those characters in my free-to-play and progressing. So what this is showing me is that, hey, I have this character available right here. I have, I can make Hakron. As of right now, it looks like I can almost make Hakron, sorry. But I'm gonna need a little bit more. You can get this character by farming as well, by farming your glyphs. But what this tells me is I need to go farm some more so that way I can pull some more shards. And I'm gonna get all the resources I need from these normal shards. I'm gonna use them to upgrade. I'm also gonna hopefully get, some elite characters from this that I'm gonna use to throw into my Hero Synthesis. That is what I would tell you is the priority. That is the progression from, okay, I've made it to Mythic, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, to I'm in dungeons, holy crap, I just wasted a lot of my resources on building these other characters, and now I don't have the resources or the characters available to farm these dungeon abilities. So that's what I'm going to tell you right now is going to be your main priority when you're going from normal into hard into Mythic, and you're at this point and you're going, I'm not sure what to do. So before you fly around and you say, oh, so-and-so's using this team, so-and-so's using this team, I highly recommend you figure out your in-game content that you're going to want to push, which is going to be Queen of Tides. You figure out exactly what team you're going to want to use. And I'm going to tell you right now, the team that's going to be the easiest to use and probably the best to build is going to be they don't even have it showing as one of the popular teams, which is weird because it is definitely one of the most popular teams. This Zatlux team right here is the best team to build for Queen of Tides, in my personal opinion, if you don't have a Blackhorn, because this is Rodira, Santis, Hakron, Zatlux. You can get all three of these characters for free in the game, but just by playing the game. And chances are you're going to get a Rodira pretty quick and easy as well. So I highly recommend you guys focus on these characters. And you basically want to make sure you have a Mythic Farmer, which is going to be an AoE damage dealer. You're gonna want a healer, and you want healers that are also gonna be off elements. So you want a Connor, you want a Rodira, you want a, I'm spacing on the other healer that you're gonna wanna get. We're not gonna spend a lot of time on this. We're not gonna spend a whole lot of time on this, John. Oh, this is gonna bug me so much. I can't believe I just spaced the water healer that you want to get. Anyways, you're gonna want to focus on getting your elemental differences up. And I would say if you get 2 AoE damage dealers, a support, and a healer in your squad, you're gonna be able to farm your mythic campaign. And by having that utilization of those characters, you're not gonna feel like you wasted your resources because you're gonna be using them to farm your mythic campaign. And then that allows you to really focus on your Queen of Tides team, which is then gonna spread out from Queen of Tides and go to all your other dungeons. So I hope that helped you guys. I really do. I hope you guys took that message to heart. Please ask questions. If you do have questions, I'm happily answer them. Definitely go join my Discord. Join the main Discord for the game. The links are down in the descriptions. I do stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. EST, as well as on Saturdays, somewhere between 11 and noon on Saturdays EST as well. That's usually for, you know, the overseas people, so that way they can actually have a reasonable time to watch me. But yeah, definitely come out, have fun, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Peace.